Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Here I am giving y'all a recipe to red pozole and churro cheesecake. These two recipes are perfect for fall and winter season, and you can also make it in special occasions like Thanksgiving and Christmas. I know your family will love it just as much as mine do. So without further ado, let's head on to the video. Okay, so the first thing I do is turn on the stove and add some water. This is about how much I put. Now we're going to be cleaning the chicken and removing the skin. I had my mom do that part. We decided to use drumsticks this time, but you can use chicken breasts or chicken thighs. I prefer the chicken to have the bone in it because it does add more flavor to the pozole. Then I cut half of a white onion and I did take off the skin, and I did cut the end of the onion as well, but that's preferably up to you. And I did add a whole garlic clove into the pot, but I forgot to record it. Then we add the chicken, and then after we add the chicken, we add the salt. And you know how us Hispanics are, we do not measure, but we did put a good amount of salt in the pot. Now we mix it all together, and while that is cooking, I do get like a little separate pan and I add water into it. Okay, now I'm going to be taking out the seeds inside of the chile guajillo. I use about 8 of them, and I do use 2 chile de árbol, and after I take out the seeds, I do wash them. After taking out the seeds and washing them, I do put them in the separate pot when the water is boiling. Then I add 2 garlic cloves. Then I just add a couple of pimienta negra and a couple of clavo. Then I add a couple of the tomillo and mejorana. Then I just boil it all together, and once the chiles are soft, they're ready to be put into a blender. You can also use your NutriBullet. If you have a NutriBullet, just leave it in the freezer until it cools down for you to blend. While I'm waiting for my chiles to cool down, I did take out the chicken and shred it up and then put it back into the pot. Now that my chiles have cooled down, I do put 1 spoonful of the chicken bouillon into the blender and mix it all together. Then once your sauce is all mixed in together, you will need to get a strainer and put the sauce in it and just mix it until it's all the way out. Then I do put some more water into the NutriBullet cup and try to get as much sauce out of the cup as possible. Now it's time to add the maíz. I do like a lot of maíz into my pozole, so I do add 2 cans, but that is optional. You can just use 1 can. And lastly, we add 2 laurel bay leaves and some Mexican oregano. And voila, your pozole is now ready to eat. You can add some lettuce, cabbage, radishes, or lime into it. I personally just like to put lettuce and lime with a side of tostadas. And here you go, guys. Soup season is just around the corner, so I highly recommend to give this a try. Churro cheesecake time. We're going to be using 2 boxes of cream cheese. For a smoother consistency on the filling, I recommend to have the cream cheese in room temperature. Then we're going to add 1 whole can of sweetened condensed milk. And then goes in the sour cream. I like to use about 3 spoonfuls. And then we're going to crack in 1 egg and add a splash of vanilla. And then I'm going to use my mixer to mix everything together. And I just keep mixing it until it's smooth. If it has like a bit of chunks in there, that is fine. But it just has to be all mixed together and it should look something like this. Then I cut a piece of butter. I cut about this much and I melt it. And then I add about half of the melted butter into the pan and just spread it around. And tell me how cute this heart spatula is. My friend and I got it for me for Christmas. At the time, I was like obsessed with Valentine's Day TikTok videos. And she got me some stuff from TJ Maxx. And this is one of the things. And I used the Pillsbury croissant dough, the original kind, but I actually forgot to add a mixture of cinnamon and sugar and spread it on top of the butter, and then you add the Pillsbury sheets. That was my mistake. I forgot to do that. Then after spreading the dough sheet, you start to put the cream cheese filling into the pan. And then you add the other half of the melted butter and spread it all over your dough sheet. Then you add the mixture of cinnamon and sugar on top of the dough sheet. Then you're going to bake this at 375 for 30 minutes and it should come out like this. It is not burnt, it's just the cinnamon. Then on top I do spread some sweetened condensed milk and dulce de leche with some sliced strawberries. Then you got yourself a delicious churro cheesecake. This was chef's kiss. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this recipe. Please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. I would deeply appreciate it. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.